Sound check, sound check, sound check. Final mic check. Final mic check. Final mic check. Testing, testing. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports, and we are live from the O2 Arena. It's Buglioni versus Callum Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Buglioni, 28 years old. Callum Johnson, 32. Buglioni, 6'1". Callum Johnson, 6 foot. Both guys on the 12 stone 6 limit. 73 inches for Frank Buglioni. 72 inches for Callum Johnson for the British and Commonwealth Light Heavyweight Championships. Buglioni, 63% knockout ratio. Callum Johnson, 69%. Buglioni's 24 fights. Callum Johnson, 16 fights. Thing is, Callum Johnson's not fought for a while. He's been out inactivity, a lot of inactivity with Callum Johnson. Frank Buglioni, the guy who's fought from super middleweight, moving himself up to light heavyweight now. So he's probably Bookie's favorite because he's been active, whereas Callum Johnson hasn't. And so inactivity will play a part in this fight. The question mark will be around Frank Buglioni's chin. Callum Johnson believes he can knock Frank Buglioni out, which is fair play. It's fair enough. Kell Brook is in the house, just showing you some shots of him there. But in terms of coming back to the fight, Callum Johnson, if he's going to try and knock Frank Buglioni out, he's going to have to be sharp. You can do all the sparring you want in the gym, but really and truly, this is where it's going to have to count in the ring. Will he be ready for this fight? Frank Buglioni seems ready. He's fought regularly. And that's, one thing in boxing, they say time and time again, you can't beat, fighting a guy who's fighting regularly as opposed to somebody who's just fighting, he's not inactive in the ring. And Frank Buglioni's been active. He's battle hardened. He's fought Hosea Burton and quite a few other guys since moving to light heavyweight division, has been mentored and guided with Don Charles. In the other corner, you've got Joe Gallagher. One of his fighters got beaten early on tonight. Scotty Cardell, who came out flying at the first round. See, but the problem with Cardell is that you can't come out flying with your chin in the air, relying on a good chin and, not protecting yourself. You have to be defensively responsible. And anybody who's listened to me commentate in the past will always talk about being defensively responsible. Ian John Lewis, John Keane, and Bob Williams are the 3 judges ringside. You can't go out just throwing bombs all the time and not thinking about your own defense. The referee tonight is Victor Lachlan. I think he's from Scotland, Victor Lachlan. He's an experienced referee. So, I think they're looking first at Callum Johnson. If I'm correct, Johnson might be the Commonwealth champion. His record, 16 fights, 16 wins, 11 by KO, and 32 years old. This is a fight that's meant to happen a few times. I don't know why it never happened, but now we've got it tonight. So Johnson's relying on his punching power. Callum Johnson's known as the one. A lot of people talk about Callum Johnson. It's about the second time I've seen Callum Johnson fight. He was all right the last time I saw him fight. But it's been a while since I've seen him fight. Frank Buglioni. I can't remember if Buglioni's a British and I think he's a British champion. I don't know who's Commonwealth champion as well. I think Johnson might be the Commonwealth champion. 28 years old, 24 fights, 21 wins, 15 by KO, 2 losses and 1 draw. Buglioni, I remember him fighting down at super middleweight, fought for the world title. And that's invaluable experience, even though, you know, it was a tough fight. And then he fought another guy. He lost the world title shot and he fought another guy down at super middle. I think at light heavyweight, he's unbeaten at light heavyweight, to be honest. And moving with Don Charles, you know, Buglioni's been doing well for himself. He's trying to tighten up his defense, improve his boxing skills more. So we'll have to see how this all works out. So it's Buglioni Johnson, British and Commonwealth titles on the line here. So there we go. Little shout out for Don Charles there. Not just a trainer, but really a mentor. Really puts his heart on his sleeve when it comes to his fighters and gives them everything. And here we go. The British and Commonwealth titles on the line here. Frank Buglioni, Callum Johnson. The talking is over. And it's round 1. Buglioni comes straight out, centre of ring to meet Johnson behind a double jab. And Callum Johnson comes out and hits Buglioni on 2 left hooks. Buglioni's guard up. Buglioni digs to the body with a good right hand to the body. There. Buglioni behind a tight guard. Johnson himself behind a tight guard as well. Buglioni nicknamed. Oh, good right hand from Buglioni. Catches Johnson over top. The big right hand. Johnson takes it. He's walked straight onto a cracking right hand from Buglioni. Another big right hand from Buglioni. Oh, Buglioni's tagged himself. And here comes Johnson. Buglioni against the ropes, tying up. Johnson. Being defensively responsible is going to be key. And here comes Johnson again. Cracking right hand forward. He definitely hurt Buglioni here. Oh, Buglioni's been hurt. Buglioni's been staggered. Right hand. And here comes Johnson. Taking the opportunity here. Buglioni. Tied up tight here. Tough start here for the British champion. Johnson coming forward with big punching power. And here comes again. Cracking right and left her head forward. Johnson. And Buglioni goes down, but I'm not sure if he's been knocked down. Oh, he looks hurt, Buglioni. He looks really hurt. There's been question marks about Frank Buglioni's chin beforehand, and he is hurt. He is badly hurt. Johnson can make a statement here. Right hands there. Buglioni trying to fire back. He's caught left hooks. His chin is up in the air, and Buglioni's all over the place. And the referee stopped it. Frank Buglioni has been stopped in the first round. He was on his feet. But he's protesting Frank Buglioni. Johnson, what a breakthrough there. Frank Buglioni did have some success with the right hand, but Johnson took his chances, went straight forward. Buglioni always had defensive issues, and here we go again. We talk about defensive responsibility. And Buglioni showed a lack of defensive responsibility because he went straight forward trying to have a brawl with Johnson for I catch him early, but walked straight into Johnson's hands. This is a guy who hasn't boxed in ages. He hasn't boxed in ages, and now he allows Johnson the opportunity to close the range down early, get the right hand off, and Buglioni is not to have a great chin in the, before. He's always had question marks about his chin and defensive responsibilities. You can't go out like that against a guy who's noted as a puncher, Johnson. And, well, there you have it. There's a new British light heavyweight champion in Callum Johnson. Let's go back and look at this again. Buglioni scored with a good right hand himself and then got tagged with a big left hook. Tucked up. And instead of tying up and holding, well, here's a point here where he's been stunned, but then he gets caught with more shots. Doesn't tuck up, doesn't tie up, but decides to sit in the pocket and trade with the guy who's a big puncher. Instead of clearing his head and getting back to the corner, again, he goes down. He's been pushed down. But there he was stumbling around then. Now, instead of tucking up or trying to get a breather and get back to the corner and clear his head, no, I want to be macho. I'm going to stand in front of you and trade with you. Despite the fact that I'm hurt, despite the fact that I'm rocked, despite the fact that, I'm in some trouble here, No, I'm going to stand and trade with Johnson, who's already hurt me. Hurt me more than anybody in light heavyweight divisions hurt me. So no, I don't do that. I decided to go toe-to-toe. If you don't get trapped again and again and again and again. Thing is, Buglioni didn't actually go down, but he was so unsteady on his feet, the referee decided to stop it. Joe Gallagher was jumping all around the ring afterwards. Look at big left hooks, right hand, left hook. And you get hurt and you're going straight, going for it. Callum Johnson, what a breakthrough tonight. Goes toe-to-toe with Frank Buglioni. And I guess there was a head clash as well. But that was hunger there from Johnson. Really walked through everything Frank had to say. Give him. Walked right through it. Fair play to Callum Johnson. Wow. But Frank Buglioni, he'll be looking back at this fight and kicking himself. Can't come out like that. And I'll say time and time and time again. Defensive responsibility. When you are defensively irresponsible, which is what Buglioni was tonight, you'll get found out. You can only go so far fighting like that with the chin in the air, standing tall, and deciding to go and trade. You can only go so far with these barroom brawls. Eventually, somebody's going to be cute. Somebody's going to hit you in that chin who's going to punch you a little harder, and he's going to do a number on you. And Frank Buglioni, to be honest, Frank Buglioni's been begging for that to happen in all of his career. And I'm not being funny. I'm not trying to be a wise guy after the event. Frank Buglioni has always had lacked defensive responsibilities. In fact, that's how he got knocked out in his first knockout loss. Was the same thing. Not worrying about what the other guy has got to throw back at you. Not thinking about your own defenses. Hopefully now, this knockout loss will help Frank Buglioni. He'll think to himself, now Callum Johnson's British and Commonwealth champion. One fight. In 3 minutes, your life has changed for Callum Johnson. From a guy that wasn't fighting regular to now a guy who's now picked up the British and Commonwealth champion. Why? Because he was able to get his shots off. He took what Callum Johnson had to, what Buglioni had to throw, and was able to throw as well. Callum Johnson proved to have a better chin than Buglioni, and landed on clean shots. And you know, he actually walked through. I thought at one point Johnson was hurt by Buglioni, but I was wrong. Copydale says Frank will leave Don Chance if he don't retire. Ref saw the towel flying, and that was as much reason for stoppage. Now, I don't agree. Ref didn't see the towel. He waved it off before the towel. Well, sometimes it's a political thing, you know. And I'm not being funny. Joe G has got probably got a good relationship with the promoter as well. I'm not trying to be funny there, but all these things play a factor in a big fight. You know, if your face fits, you know, well, yeah, if he's hurt. If he's hurt, stop the fight as quick as you can. Stop the fight. We've seen it time and time and time again. I'm not being biased. Fair play. I mean, I don't think Frank would have recovered from those bombs anyway. But as a champion, I would like to see him get a little bit more, just a little bit more time. I don't expect him to get knocked out, but fair play to Callum Johnson. He's now the British and Commonwealth champion. Got a little cut over the forehead. I think that was from the head clash. So Frank Buglioni, what can you say about that fight? Well, I came out, chin in the air. Well, you know, as a matter of fact, you know, what adjustments were made from General Frank Buglioni fighting? Always had problems around the chin. Always had problems defensively. Was always good at throwing big bombs. But when it came flying back at him, again, he's been found out. It's the second time his career has been found out to be too robotic. And the second time in his career, he's lacked defensive responsibilities. How good is Callum Johnson? We don't know. We don't know. But what Callum Johnson needs to be doing now is back in the ring, fighting as soon as possible. You know, and because, yeah, one round, it doesn't show us how much inactivity has hurt Callum Johnson. because Buglioni basically put it on a plate for him, met him head on, first round, went out there, tried bomb. I would like to see Buglioni stick behind the jab and box and take Callum 5, 6, 7 rounds, and then maybe try taking assault on Johnson the second half of the fight. Show where the inactivity would show. But no, you've gone and had a war straight away first round of Callum Johnson trying to blow him out. I don't know, trying to prove you're some big puncher, but there you go. Fraser McKinley says, can't wait to see AJ get a good kick in. Reality Voice, is it MMA you mean? If you haven't already tonight, don't forget that hit the subscribe button. And for people who've joined, recently joined our YouTube channel, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Loads of interviews on the channel at the moment. One-on-one with Peter Fury, with Huey Fury, and we've got Mahib Fazaldin, who's got a WBO European title shot coming up. We've got Umar Sadiq, the super middleweight, signed with Frank Warren. We've also got Dan Aziz. He's the MTK Global Fighter. So they're all on the channel. So check it out. Joe Gallagher must be really good for me to hear. And of course, you win some, you lose some. At this level, listen, a British title level, British Commonwealth title level, Joe G, you can't knock his record. You can't knock his record. He does at this level very well. It's when you start shifting up to world title level. That's where Joe Gallagher has had, probably to me, had more losses than wins. But when you talk about British title level, Joe G's the man. I'm fun, you know, he's the man, you know what I mean? British title level, picking up a British title, Joe G knows how to do that. The curse of Don Charles, he's turned into Tesco Joe. Well, I don't know if it's a curse. You just got to wonder. You've got to ask yourself the question, certain fighters, for example, you know, when you look at the Don Charles stable, how many of those guys he started off with that have been Olympic champions or very good ABA champions that haven't been beaten, or, you know, Don Charles has got Don Charles kind of reminds me of Virgil Hunter in the sense that a lot of fighters are guys that have been beaten or had devastating knockout defeats, and, you know, they're trying to rebound, and they go to Don Charles with some love and some attention. You know, they're going to go into the corner of Frank Buglioni. I don't know what Frank could say. This will probably be. I wouldn't be surprised if this will be a rematch. He'll say he's pretty steady on his feet, but.
I'd love to get the rematch. I think it'd be a great fight. We know he's dangerous for the first 2-3 rounds, and then we're going to get back to our plan. But he had other ideas, and credit to him, and he's come for a tough time. So good luck to him.
He mentioned there that if better offers came up for him, he would vacate, and perhaps you and Jose Burton could fight for a vacant belt. Obviously, that was fight of the year for about 10 minutes until Derek Chisora and Dillian Whyte stole your thunder a little bit. But would you be interested in that fight as well?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I want to go back, watch the fight, learn where I went wrong, rectify those little errors. I'd love to get a rematch with Callum Johnson and set the record straight, but obviously it's his prerogative. He's the champion now, so he does what is right for him, and I'll be ready to take that belt back as and when I can.
Fair play to you for standing around and talking to us, and congratulations.
Absolutely, we echo what those words. Congratulations to Frank Williams.
There you go. Well, Callum Johnson looking like he might vacate the title to go for bigger and better things. Fair play to Callum Johnson. He's 32 years old. He can't be hanging around, you know, and it's a good performance for him. I don't know if Anthony Yard will be wanting to get in the ring with Callum Johnson anytime soon. Yard is on his own course, and for him, a guy who's lacked the amateur pedigree, I think Callum Johnson's pretty good amateur. What Yard's doing is doing his own thing, which is good. They're on their own pathway, which is fantastic, and you can understand why. Because the history of guys who've lacked amateur pedigree in the pro ranks against guys who've had very good amateur pedigrees doesn't bode very well. And the guy with a good pro amateur background has always gone on and beaten the guy who's lacked amateur pedigree in the pro ranks. We've seen it with Ahara Davis and Josh Taylor. We've seen it with Coley and Chamberlain. So, you know, even Gary Mason, who was a decent amateur, you know, when he came against the Olympic champion in Lennox Lewis, it was a different proposition altogether. So again, Callum Johnson, why not? You've got your British and Commonwealth Championship. Make a move. Go try and win the European title. Why not? It's, you know, Buglioni talking about making it was a little error. It wasn't a little error. It's a huge error because you keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again, but you get away with it against a guy here who can actually crack and punch. So, you know, if you knew that was going to happen, why did you go and meet him first round and try to bang him out in the right so early on? Do you understand? If that was the case, then why did you go out first round and try to bang out Johnson? It's entertaining for the fans. It's fight friendly, but it's horrendous in terms of it's suicidal to do that against a guy who's a noted puncher. Clearly. Bro, that was a bang. Ingram, what's your opinion regarding Whyte and Browne? Okay, two guys here, Whyte and Browne, both guys, for me, who are pretty even when it comes to the amateur ranks. Whyte didn't do greatly as an amateur, and Browne didn't either. To me, it comes down to one thing for me. I think Browne, for me, is the bigger puncher in there. I've always suspected that Dillian Whyte has not been the same fighter since he fought Anthony Joshua. There was an injury going into the Joshua fight. He was not fit going into the Joshua fight. I said this to boxing fans. I said he's not fit. He's not ready. He should not fight Anthony Joshua. Boxing fans were all for it. I said, you all want to see a fight. But for a guy's career, it's not good. Now, they're just replaying the Buglioni thing. Let's go back and look at this round one again. So Buglioni comes to the center of the ring. Biggs 2 body shots, get caught with a left hook. Gets hit with a right hand over top. Then a left hook, and then another right hand. Left hook, right hand. Left hook, right hand, and Johnson's piling forward. And Buglioni's tying up here. So he goes digging with 2 body shots, but leaves himself open up top. And then Johnson just capitalizes and just goes charging forward. Buglioni ties up, hands up, tucked tight. Nothing coming back from Buglioni again. Against the ropes, push and down he goes there. At that point, asked the ring for the referee to come and call me over, or try to at least. But no. He just stands there, tries to weather the storm and goes down. I think he's pushed down. At that point, I'd taken the time. I'd have gone down and taken my time. But again, he's got to go straight, toe to toe, and gets hurt. Again, legs all over the place. And again, Frank Buglioni's trying to say, yeah, I'm all right. I'm fine. I'm fine. He goes around the ring to show, yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. And then his legs buckle. It's all emotional. All emotional. You know, the emotions got the better of Frank Buglioni. I'm going to go out there and blow out Johnson. You know? Yeah, the Kamitsky fight. You know, the things that you got to look at. Frank Buglioni's got, I won't say he's not got no chin. It took some big punches from Johnson. What it is that he doesn't know how to respond when he does get hit. It's not having a good chin. He doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know what to do when he get hit. When he gets hit with a good shot, he doesn't know what to do. You know, tuck up, move, roll. Doesn't know how to fight under pressure. You know, so when he went down, he should have taken a couple of seconds. You know, taken the 8 count, got up, cleared his head. You know, and just tried to stay off the back foot and just keep away from Johnson. No, he went right back into the firing line. Didn't know when to engage and when not to engage. Almost like Amir Khan, almost. You know, doesn't know when he's hurt, how to get out of that situation. He has to go back and engage. Goes back into the fight. You hurt me? I'm going to try and get you out of there. So it was interesting. But let's go back to Browne and Lucas Browne and Dillian Whyte. So for me, you know, inactivity. Again, another guy who's not fought regularly is Lucas Browne. Dillian Whyte's been the guy who's fighting regularly. Thing is, has Dillian Whyte improved as a boxer? That's the question. Has he improved? Oh, there we go. This is who I think it is now. Let's see. Who's this now? Jamie Cox versus... Oh, Jamie Cox. Good to see him back in the ring. At super middleweight, fighting Harry Matthews. Okay. Probably see up. This looks like a blow for me. I don't know who Harry Matthews is, but it looks like this type of fight that Cox should blow this guy out early. Cox hit was straight right there. Cox the southpaw there. On the front foot, trying to close the range down early. Cox does a good chin. Let's see how he does against Harry Matthews. Coming off that knockout defeat to George Groves when he was in a good position against Groves. Cox high held guard, the southpaw. Does carry a decent dig on him. Cox behind the left jab, trying to close the range down to Harry Matthews. I think this might just be the warm-up for him before he goes on and fights. I think it's John Ryder. Give me a good fight. Body shot there from Cox. Trying to close the range down here. He is getting caught with some shots here, though, Cox, by Harry Matthews. Harry Matthews is giving it a go. He's getting caught, Cox, by the straight right hand. So he's boxing okay, Harry Matthews. But because I know Cox has got a big fight coming up, I wouldn't have thought he would have. They would have matched him too hard for this particular night. And the Cox is going to try and get a few rounds in before the fight against Ryder. Because remember, the last fight I remember Cox having was against George Groves. He got hit with a body shot in the World Super Series. I'm surprised he's boxing at super middleweight, to be honest. It's nice to see Cox be patient behind the jab, the right jab. But this guy, Matthews, is doing all right for himself so far. He's hit the right hand and throwing the old left hook over the top. He's doing all right. He's caught Cox a few times. Guy with a body shot, Cox there. I mean, a body shot, a low blow there. Cox seems pretty cool. Cox still got his high guard up, trying to close the range down. And Matthews, he's doing all right. Matthews boxing better than I thought. And he's just getting caught with a straight right hand all the time by Matthews. He hasn't blocked a single straight right hand. He's walked straight onto the right hand over and over again. And another right hand that Cox has been caught with. Again, this is another guy who's got a good chin, but got to be defensively responsible. And Cox is not showing any defensive responsibility here. Fair play to Matthews in his first round. I'm telling you, I'm surprised. Matthews is more than holding his own in his first round against Jamie Cox. End of the first round. How's the vegan lifestyle? Not vegan. Veggie's good, not vegan. It's all good. Nice. Enjoying the food, the corn food, the pizzas. Yeah, I was in Bolton last week at the Bolton White Hotel. I spent some time in camp with Team Fury. Let me tell you something. They're the best eggs I've ever tasted in my entire life. Like, they do the eggs like the McDonald's muffin style. Very, very nice. A shout out to Bolton White's fantastic hotel. Thank you very much for liking my commentary. Appreciate it. This is round 2. Cox versus Harry Matthews. And that, I say, your first round, Harry Matthews has been hitting Cox with a straight right hand, and Cox has done absolutely nothing about it apart from walk forward. He's getting clipped with the right hand. He's getting clipped with the left hook over the top. And whilst he might not be a big puncher, Harry Matthews, he's, again, Cox has got no reply to the straight right hand or the left hook. Now, Cox has been noted to be a puncher. So we'll see when Harry Matthews get caught properly by Cox what happens. But at the moment, Cox is just trying to close the range down on Matthews. And Matthews is taking his shots. And he's landing his own. And Cox is just walking forward. Just walking forward. Paying real no attention to his own defense. Again, another guy lacking defensive responsibilities. I just don't like to see it. Guys just trudging forward. This sport is about hit and not get hit. And Cox is getting hit with any time Matthews decides to throw a right hand, he's landing and landing it well. Cox is trying to close the range down to land his own shots. But at the moment, Matthews is keeping him off with the odd painting a right hand or the left hook. Anytime he throws a jab, Cox is getting hit with it. If he decides to throw a right hand, Cox is getting hit with it. If he tries to throw a left hook, Cox is getting hit with it. They're not big shots, but he's still getting hit with it. I don't think Matthews is looking to land big shots. He's just pinging Cox, keeping him off balance, and then making Cox reset all the time. So he's not allowing Cox to really land anything heavy on him. It's good tactic by Harry Matthews. Absolutely fantastic tactic. Making Cox miss. Landing clean shots. I think Matthews is doing all right. There's a good straight right hand. Straight left. Oh, big left hand! There from Cox! We didn't know what happened with land. And oh, dear me. Cox lands the power there. There's the power. And Harry Matthews got nailed with a big left hand. All over. And Cox goes across and greets him. That's fine. You know, I wanted to know what would happen when Cox really landed, because he hadn't landed anything on the guy. And Matthews was going about his business very nicely. Very nicely. I think I wonder what's going on here. And then Cox landed a big left hand and it's all over. Ingram, you always last minute. We need to catch up. What do you mean? I was here last night on. See, you got a sign up to BWTM Gaming. I was on the channel last night on our BWT Gaming channel. We started. What time did I start last night? Started about 11 o'clock. We finished at 8 o'clock this morning playing Football Manager. So shout out to those people, DJ Slick, Peter Powell. Shout out to those two guys. And there were others. What a left hand, though, from Cox. There's the power there. And I guess at this level, yeah, British, the domestic, I hate using that term, the domestic scene. I mean, it sounds almost very like, you know, domestic animals. But the domestic scene, like they're animals, the British scene, Cox can get away with that nonsense where you can just leave yourself, you know, is it right hook or left hook? It was a right hook for him. But he landed a beautiful shot on the chin of Matthews. But you can't be boxing like that against top-level opposition. You know, he took his time, Jamie Cox, went about his business, fair play. But if I'm Jamie Cox's team, you got hit with too many straight right hands. You got hit with too many left hooks. You're coming in most of the time in straight lines. Shout out there to Dean Edwards in the background there, who's the man behind, who's working with Cox. But you can't keep walking and being defensively irresponsible at the highest level. Because, again, against better opposition, you get buzzed, you get hurt, you get emotional, and then you come rushing in. And that's what I said to Dean Edwards with Cox. You know, the same thing that are winning fights, the same things that are losing fights, which is the temperament. And tonight, it was okay against Matthews because he wasn't a stinging, hard puncher. But as soon as the big punches start flying again, will Cox still be that calm guy, or will he be trying to hunt guys down and try and knock them out? He needs to be careful, Cox. You can't keep walking forward, taking right hands and left hooks like he was. But fair play tonight. The left hand or the right hook got him out of trouble tonight. I don't say out of trouble, but, you know, these are things you work on the gym. You can say, oh, I knocked the guy out. I walked him down. I closed him down and knocked him out. Okay, fine. But how many punches did you take coming in before that happened? So things like that. I like Jamie Cox. Got a lot of time for Jamie Cox. I think he's got something there, Jamie Cox. He's got something there, but I'd like to see him pay a little bit more attention to his defense. And rather than coming in straight lines, I'd like to see Cox attack at angles rather than coming in straight lines. But he's got power there. He's got good boxing ability. He's got good boxing skills, you know, but I don't like seeing him get hit with the punches he's getting hit with. Now, back to Browne versus Whyte. I didn't even think we'd see Jamie Cox there. My question is this. Has Dillian Whyte improved since the Joshua fight? And the question is for me, does the right hand of does Browne find Dillian Whyte? Robert Helenius was able to fight Dillian Whyte, was able to find Dillian Whyte with the right hand early on, and he hurt Dillian Whyte earlier. Derek Chisora was able to hurt Dillian Whyte, and Dillian Whyte, you know, and Derek Chisora is not known as a noted puncher. If you listen to my commentary and my thoughts in the past about Lucas Browne, I said Lucas Browne is probably the second biggest puncher in the heavyweight division. Again, like Deontay Wilder, fundamentals, forget it. Forget the fundamentals. When you're talking about Lucas Browne, he is just a brutal one-punch knockout artist. And for Dillian Whyte, if he's going to decide to box tonight, he's got to hit Lucas Browne, keep him not being allowed to set. That's what he's got to do. Box, 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 box. Keep the jab in Lucas Browne's face, bust him up, and take Lucas Browne late. You know, don't engage with Lucas Browne early. Hit him with clean right hands and spin him. Time up. Don't allow Lucas Browne to get set. If he allows Lucas Browne to get set, then Dillian Whyte will get knocked out. I'm telling you tonight, Dillian Whyte will get knocked out tonight if he allows Lucas Browne to set and land that big right hand, because that's what it is. Lucas Browne is not any technical wizard. You know, Lucas Browne is what he is. As one person called him a doorman, he's just there to have a bit of a fight. He's trying to make his style a bit more finesse, but he carries big power with that right hand. I mean, big power with that right hand. And if Dillian Whyte thinks he's going to be able to walk straight through Lucas Browne tonight, that would be the biggest mistake he could give, because you're giving a guy who's got limited boxing ability a doorway in to be getting #1 contender for the WBC title. I think it's a ridiculous fight. Personally, it's a ridiculous fight for Dillian Whyte to be having now against Lucas Browne. I guess the only thing is, the reason why Lucas Browne's taking this fight is because they know that Dillian Whyte is there to be hit. And they're thinking, well, you know what? He's there to be hit. He gets emotionally attached to a fight. If Chisora can rock him, if Helenius can rock him, I'll knock him out. Joshua's knocked him out already. I can knock him out. So, you know what? I think Browne will land. I think he will land. And I think, you know, anybody thinks Lucas Browne, I mean, Dillian Whyte is no James Toney. And if he can land on James Toney, he can land on Dillian Whyte. So, and Dillian Whyte's not going to be any better evasively. He's heavier than he was against Helenius. So I don't see him being any faster. So it's just, can he box with that bulk for 12 rounds? That's the question. Can he keep Lucas Browne off him? Use it. So for me, strategy would be box, keep the center of the ring, don't allow Lucas Browne to back you up to ropes, keep the jab in his face. As Lucas Browne decides to set, you set off. Keep the jab in his face. As Lucas Browne's like, throw right, get out of there. Time, spinning, frustrate him. Time up. Again, use the jab. And you've got to concentrate from round 1 to round 12. And you do not exchange with Lucas Browne. Up no way, at no point, you do not exchange with Lucas Browne. Do not engage with Lucas Browne. Do not engage with Lucas Browne. People are saying heavier but much fitter. Well, who says he's much fitter? Who suggests that Dillian Whyte is much fitter? It's got nothing to do about much fitter. Nothing to do with it. You can be as fit as you want. One right hand. I mean, that guy Matthews was pretty fit tonight. One right hand, the fight is over. You don't understand the kind of punching power that Lucas Browne has. Lucas Browne is a massive puncher. Forget everything else about Lucas Browne. Tonight, it's one thing. At the highest level, Lucas Browne is up there with the biggest punchers in the heavyweight division. And he's a good finisher as well. This is where the stakes get really high now, because now we're talking about a guy that can take you out of one shot. You know, Helenius, with all due respect, you know, I think he's seen better days. Again, the last guy who was a big puncher is Anthony Joshua. And I don't think, and people will say I'm talking crap here, I don't think that, you know, Joshua is a one-punch knockout artist at the highest level. But I think that Lucas Browne is a guy that's got off the deck to knock out Shagayev, who I think Shagayev's a better fighter than Mr. Dillian Whyte. But that's just my personal opinion. I just think Shagayev's a better fighter than Dillian Whyte. I think he's got a better skill set than Dillian Whyte. So, you know, and the thing is, I've always said about Dillian Whyte, I like Dillian, but I just don't think this fight is good for him. There's too much to lose. For what? Say you get beat by Lucas Browne. That's not good. You know what I mean? You have to rebound from that. You win against Lucas Browne. Say you beat Lucas Browne. Well, nobody rated Lucas Browne for a boxing rating. You're just a guy that could punch. And that's all I see this fight as. Very, very, very simply. Very simply. Whyte boxing points. Browne knockout. So it's going to be interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I think Dillian Whyte's got a better boxing ability. I think Browne's the better puncher. So, and by the way, the other thing you've got to say, in his career so far, Dillian Whyte has not shown he can get off the deck and win a fight. Lucas Browne has got off the deck and won a fight. And I said that makes him a very, very, very dangerous heavyweight. Very dangerous. So again, if I have to lean somewhere at the moment for this fight, I would be going. Who's just coming to somebody walking to the ring now? Oh, this is a good fight current now. The guy that fought Jerome Wilson, Sergio. And I can't remember his last name. He was the guy who hurt Jerome Wilson. Wipeout. Jerome Wilson from Sheffield. And, he's seriously injured, Jerome. This guy is a brutal puncher. This guy is a serious test for Chris Kongo tonight. Serious, serious test. If this is the same guy, this guy is a serious puncher. Lucas Browne will tell you how to run your YouTube channel. He's knocked everyone out at the highest level. LOL, you're a clown. What are you talking about? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, I see what you're about. We're going to have a good evening tonight. We're going to have a good night tonight. I think this fight goes early. Chris Kongo in the ring now. He's part of the Ted Bammy team. Got a very difficult fight tonight, Chris Kongo. Very difficult fight. Sergio is a very lethal puncher. Chris Kongo's got skills, but this is a severe test for Chris Kongo. Wins this fight, he's going to go places. Steffi Bull. Kongo's got a tough fight tonight, but what a fight to break out on the O2 Arena, the undercard of Dillian Whyte versus Lucas Browne. Where were you last night, Marky B? Everyone else is there. It's Sergio Ampolo. He's got 11 fights, 6 wins, 2 KOs, 5 losses. I mean, his record looks very unimpressive, but this is a guy that derailed Jerome Wilson. So the guy can punch. He's got a good engine on him. Chris Kongo, I believe he's unbeaten. He's been on our channel before. Good fighter, Chris Kongo. Trained by Ted Bammy. 7 fights, 7 wins, 5 by KO. But again, this is a dangerous fight. Anybody who has seen Sergio fight before, he's a dangerous, dangerous hombre. Don't look at the record. Don't let the record fool you. This guy's dangerous. So it's going to be interesting to see how Kongo goes about the business tonight. Wish him all the best for Chris Kongo and Ted Bammy tonight. But guys, no mug. 2 minute fights in one night. Be interesting to see. Yeah, okay. Let's focus on this one. Kongo comes out with a left jab straight away. Nice, sharp left jab. He's slick, Kongo. But this is his step-up fight. Welterweight. Kongo, the slightly taller man. Nice, long jab. Out in the face of Sergio. And Ampomo. Abomo. I call him, I think it's Ambomo. Sergio Mbomo. Double jab there from Kongo. Kongo in the white trunks. Started behind a good jab. Mbomo, for me, is a strong type of fighter. Takes a good shot. You know, short, thick shoulders. Bit of a powerhouse for me. So he's dangerous. If Kongo gets him out of there early, it's a very impressive performance. It's a good fight. We'll see where Kongo is tonight. Nice jab there from Kongo. See it right away what this plan is here. And Mbomo is going to be looking to throw the right hand over the top of the slightly taller Kongo. Kongo's just slipped behind the jab at the moment. He's looking for a looping right hand over the top of the jab. Kongo boxing nicely though. Looks a nice body shot in there. Whipped a nice left hook to the body. Nice stuff. Kongo looks nice and sharp in the first round. Nice and sharp. He doesn't engage. He doesn't get involved and boxes like this. He'll be all right. He does not want to get involved with this guy, Mbomo. Does not. He doesn't want to. There's a right hand over top. I told you. It was there. Right hand over the top. And the guy, both of them clash heads. There we go again. This is going to be one of them fights. Because he's shorter, he's looking to wing the right hand over the top. Kongo must be careful with a guy like Sergio who's looking to wing the right hand over the top. He's looking to knock Kongo out. That's what it is. Kongo mustn't engage with this guy. He's looking to dig body shots. And I would suggest if he's going to do that, to make sure he doesn't pull straight back from shots. Because Mbomo is looking to wing the right hand over the top. It's a 6-round bout. So you're looking to wing the right hand over the top. Kongo's got to be watching that. There he goes. There's Mbomo there. Mbomo's looking to engage Kongo. Kongo's got his box. Do not move back in straight lines. Use your jab. Good right hand there from Kongo. Clean on Sergio's chin. Good first round. Interesting fight here. But again, there will be no talk of AJ versus Parker tonight. We are talking about Whyte versus Browne and anything that's on the card at the moment. Let's focus on that tonight, people. So, yeah. First round there, Chris Kongo. I like to watch young guys, break out. This is a big fight for Chris Kongo. From a guy fighting in small hall shows, he's got an opportunity. I want to go back to the fight earlier on with Lewis Ritson. That guy, he is quality, that Lewis Ritson. Absolute quality. Took care of Scotty Cardell. And, you know, to be fair, if you come out swinging with your chin in the air, Cardell's always been, for me, no disrespect to Scotty Cardell, limited. Again, a guy who has no care for the whole hit and not get hit. He's a guy that will take 3 to land 1, and he's not a big puncher. So this is round 2 now. As soon as he met somebody who could actually dig a bit back, of course he gets stopped. So Sergio, I'm telling you now, Kongo has got to watch the right hand over the top. He's landed a chopping right hand of his own. He's got a right hand chopping down on Sergio Kongo, and over the top is Sergio's right hand. So it's got a right hand that goes straight for the middle, but he's chopping down the right hand of Kongo's. Landed 2 clean ones there. There we go. He's engaging here. Kongo's engaging. He wants to be careful. He does not want to be engaging with this guy, Kongo. Stay behind that. Good right hand from Kongo. Use your jab in the right hand. That's good stuff. Use the jab in the right hand. Do not engage with this guy. Use the longer reach you've got, your jab in your right hand, but don't engage with this guy because that's how you open up opportunity with Sergio. Nice jab there from Kongo. Just stick behind the jab and box this guy. You don't need to get involved with Sergio, Chris. Just use the jab and box. And you see Sergio style, he's short and short and squat. He's got a sort of style. He's coming in with his head. He'll come in and naturally clash heads. Again, left hook over the top. Starting to heat up now. Sergio trying to put the pressure on Kongo. Kongo's just got to stay behind the jab. And don't pull straight back from punches. Slip to the side when you're throwing the right hand. Do not engage. He's pulling straight back from punching there. Good right hand there from Sergio. You've got to be careful, Kongo. Shakes his head and says no. Now he's trying to engage, looking to the right hand to the body. Kongo needs to not do that. Get away from it. Use a jab, but don't go looking to the right hand to the body. Because when you go to the body, you leave yourself open to the right hand over the top by Sergio. Sergio having a better second round here. Just box, box, box. Forget trying to engage. Good left jab, right hand there. That's nice. 1, 2, get out of there. Get out of the kitchen. Get out the firing line. Again, Kongo seems to want to stay just a little too long in the firing line with someone like Sergio. Kongo is by far the better boxer. Don't leave yourself open to getting caught with big right hands over the top. Don't engage in a fight with this guy when you don't need to. This guy's going to swing from the hills, and he'll do what he's got to do to make up for the lack of boxing ability. He's just strong. He's strong. And he'll wing. And he'll wing. And he'll wing. And he'll wing for 6 rounds. He's durable. He's strong. He'll rough up Kongo. He'll get his head in. He'll do what he's got to do. Rough up Kongo. See what he's really about as a fighter. Kongo's just got to keep boxing. End of the round. I was a rougher round there for Kongo. Still think he won it, but it was a rougher round. I think he's got a little bit more taste of what this guy Sergio's about. There is talk around that, you know, Lucas Browne's taking this fight as a cash-out fight because he knows that the possibility of him beating Browne is more realistic than him fighting a Joseph Parker or even someone like a Hughie Fury. Hughie Fury offered Browne the fight, and Browne's team didn't want it. So Kongo's going to knock this dude out. Well, this guy is very durable. If Kongo knocks him out, it will be impressive. But he needs to be careful. While he's trying to knock this guy out, this guy could knock him out. This is round 3. Every time that Kongo pulls straight back from a right hand, he leaves himself open to getting tagged with one of them big right hands from Sergio. All it takes is one. Sergio might not be a better fighter or a better boxer. Kongo digs to the body. I would not advise Kongo to keep digging to the body like that. Use a straight right hand and don't engage. Limit your punches out, your punch out, but not trying to engage this guy. Look to counter punch him. I don't like the way Kongo likes digging to the body on this guy. I really don't. Much shorter guy. I'd rather just stick the jab, keep him offset with the jab, and find openings for the right hand. Right hand over the top there from Sergio. Was Kongo blocked the first and the second round of right hands over the top? You just think rounds 3 rounds onwards, is he going to keep blocking that right hand over the top? Sergio's getting closer and closer to that right hand over the top. There's a left hook over the top now. Sergio's getting closer and closer and closer. It's a 6-round bout. So for Kongo, he's just going to keep jabbing and not engage. Again, Sergio gets him with a left hook there. Kongo tightens up there. I tell you, Sergio's going to turn this into a brawl. Nice by the jab again by Kongo. Sergio trying to just pull his way forward now. Especially if he doesn't feel Kongo can hurt him, he's going to come forward. And Jerome Wilson was... Oh, good left hook there. Nice left hook off the ropes there from Kongo as Sergio was coming in. Shots are out of nice. Throw your shots. Don't pull back straight from punches. And the other thing I don't like as well, these head clashes. Sergio's coming in with his head clashes, I'm telling you. As they're getting close, Sergio's using his head. He's doing everything he needs to do. Experienced pro there. He's coming in with his head low and winging the right hand over the top. That's all he's doing. Head down, right hand over the top. Head down, right over the top. Head down, left hook over the top. Not trying to box, no finesse, not going behind the jab. Listen, if you can land on Jerome Wilson, he will land on Kongo. And he's landing on Kongo. There we go. He's landing on Kongo. There's a right hand there. You see it there? He'll land on Kongo. Because like Kongo's pulling straight back from shots. And anytime you pull straight back from punches and you're not defending yourself, then you've got problems. See, now he's backing Kongo up. This is what I can see happening. He's going to take Kongo into a fight. Stop the boxing. Stop him from boxing and take him into a brawl. Use the physical strength that he has and take Kongo into brawl. That'll be what they'll tell him. Look, you're not going to win this fight on points against Kongo. You've got to knock Kongo out. That's it. And that's what his team, Stiffy Bull and his team will be telling him. Listen, you ain't knocking Kongo out. Kongo's the better boxer. So we're not looking to box this guy. We're looking for, as he drops his left hand, bring the right hand over the top. As he throws the right hand, come over the top of your own left hand. That's what's going to happen. He's landed quite a few on Kongo this round. And he's getting closer. As the rounds are going, he's inching closer and closer and closer. It'll be interesting this fight as a 10-rounder. He's not hurting Kongo at the moment because he's not landing cleanly on Kongo. You see? But you don't want that. You don't want him to get hurt because when he's hurt, you've got another problem. Boxing is about hit and not get hit. And it's all about the percentage game. So Kongo doesn't want to be getting hit. So the reason why he's not getting hit at the moment is because he's boxing okay. But he's pulling straight back from the right hand. And Kongo's and Sergio's coming closer and closer and closer. And when you notice where Kongo throws his left jab, he leaves himself open. Not the best thing to be doing. Kongo's been forced to engage because Sergio's putting pressure on him. It's not what Kongo wants. Kongo wants to be boxing and using his skills. Sergio's fallen down. And is that a cut? It's like a cut round the back. Is that a cut round the back of the ear? I don't know what the referee was doing there. Box on. Right. Well, yeah, we all know that Kongo's the better boxer. We knew that from the start. But it's not about being a better boxer at the moment. It's about have you got the fortitude to handle a real rough fight here? This is what they're trying to find out tonight. Kongo, this is what Hearn will be looking at Kongo and seeing whether he's the real goods. So you put him in with a guy who'll give him a stern test. And this guy is like a gatekeeper. This guy's dangerous. I don't know how much you know about Sergio, but he can punch and he's strong. And he'll just wing right hands. He'll just keep winging punches in and just make it ugly and dirty and rough for Kongo. So this is the way the promoter gets to see how good Kongo is. How far can I go? How much should I invest in Chris Kongo? If Chris Kongo could come for this, again, Chris Kongo is pulling straight back from punches. And he's pulling back in straight lines. He is begging his right hand over the top. He's there for it. Good turn there. But the right hand is there over the top. If Sergio times it right, Kongo's got no defense to it. Because you look, he's pulling, when he pulls back from punches, look where the hands are. There's a right hand there from Sergio. When he pulls back from punches, I'm looking at the guard. There's opportunities there. You see, as he jabs, he pulls the hands down. And that's where the right hand is what Umboa is looking for. The right hand over the top. But again, Kongo's winning around by boxing. But Umboa is getting closer and closer and closer. So you expect Kongo to win this by a unanimous point decision. But Umboa's engaging him. Again, Kongo on the ropes. Turns Umboa. And they hit the second ring again. Nice shots there for Kongo. On the break inside, Umboa's landing a nice body shot. But Kongo's doing the right thing in close, tying up, not engaging as much. Takes come loose. Good right hand there from Kongo. Nice right hand. Nice right hand again. And Kongo looks good. He's very good off the back foot when he's getting closer to the ropes. He lands little short left hooks and right hands. Look for that. Hit round the back of the head there, end of the round. So, like I said, Amboa is not a boxer. He's just a guy who'll come and brawl. We're not talking about can he beat Kongo. We're talking about the commentaries for people to commentate on what's going on in the fight. So people who are not watching the fight want to know what's going on. If I say to him he won't win the fight, we said before that this guy is not a boxer, he's a brawler. So I'm giving the commentary for people to understand what's going on. For you who's watching it on TV, that's great. But please appreciate not everyone's watching this on television. Some people are in their car listening to the commentary. And if you listen to the commentary tonight via phone and you're not actually at the venue, we're just giving you what we see at the moment. Kongo is dominating the fight, but he's having some sticky moments because he's pulling straight back from punches. And we've seen it time and time again in boxing. Guys winning the fight, chin up in the air and get caught with right hands over the top. Kongo's got this fight wrapped in a bag, to be honest, if he just boxes without getting tagged with a big right hand. Because really, the difference between a guy winning a fight and losing a fight in boxing is if he gets caught with the right hand over the top, the percentages change. He gets hurt. He gets knocked out. Here goes on Sergio in round 5. And he's on the chest of Kongo now. He's closed the range real quickly on Kongo. That's what Sergio's doing. Body shots now. The only purpose of this fight really for me is for the promoter to see just what Kongo's got. And now Sergio's just bundling forward now on Kongo. The referee separate both guys and Kongo's now getting his glove tied up. We all understand the sport of boxing. It's a 6-round fight, and the fight is over when the final bell goes in the 6th round. In the last round, the fight is not over until the bell goes. So for those people who are saying he's got the fight in the bag, the fight is not in the bag until the fight is over. Now, it takes us one shot in boxing, and we've seen it so many times. Right hand around the back of the head of Kongo, and another right hand there. Again, Kongo's got to be careful here. He's got to be careful. Doesn't fill me with the greatest confidence now, Kongo. Although he's ahead in the fight, Amboa is getting closer and closer and closer. Oh, good left hook there for Amboa. He got caught with a right hand himself there, Kongo. Both guys land good shots. This is round 5. I'd love to see this as a 10-rounder. And Paul's just really going for it. He knows one shot gets lucky there. He's back in there, and he's coming closer. He's rough. He's tough. He's strong. And he's coming forward. He's not giving Kongo the space to get off that nice jab and box now. He's just coming winging forward. It's just pure will now. It's coming forward. And Kongo's output isn't the same as it was, obviously, in round 1 and 2. Because this guy is now forcing his will on Kongo. Kongo just doesn't need to engage with this guy. Just doesn't. There goes the head now. Again. Kongo just got, I think he got hit on the chin by his head. Sergio's head. Good right hand there. What Kongo is doing is pulling straight back from shots. And he's trying to get Sergio at the end of the right hand. But Sergio's walking straight through Kongo at the moment. He's walking straight through him, more or less. And just looking to win his own shots. He's going again. Sergio's trying to land anything and everything in the hope he can land one big right hand to turn his fortunes round. That's what he's trying to do. Land one big right hand. Another right hand. And Kongo backs up again. Doing the right thing. Just get out of the kitchen, mate. Use the jab. Don't engage with the guy. Nice shot again. Beautiful shot, right hand. That was good. Threw the right hand and got himself out of there. Spun himself out of there. Another right hand again. Good shots there. Good round for Kongo at the end. Again, Kongo's best work is when he's actually backing up to the ropes. He hits Sergio with a good right hand. and then spins out. That's very nice. That's very good work there. So he actually brings Sergio onto the shot. Again, I'm not happy when Kongo's pulling back straight from shots and he's got his hands down by his side when he's doing that. That's the only thing I don't like. And I'm seeing round after round. He throws the jab, pulls straight back, hands are down by the side. He's open to the right hand over the top. And there's no defense to that. So he's moving backwards, hands down. You're vulnerable to get caught with the right hand over the top. So like positioning. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. The big fight is just around the corner. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you. We just smashed our 4,000 subscriber mark now. So we're on the road now. Good right hands there. He's come out for the 6th round here. Kongo's hit. Sergio, good right hand, but he's walked straight through Kongo's power. So now the promoter will look at stuff like this. He'll say, okay, how big a punch is Chris Kongo? Okay, Sergio's walked straight through his punching power. Sergio's walking straight through again. So the promoter's looking at Kongo. And he's thinking, okay, I know what Sergio brings. Kongo does a bit of showboating there in front of Kongo, and Sergio goes, yeah, come on then. Kongo behind a nice sharp left jab. Getting himself out of there. There's nice stuff there. Nice jabs from Kongo. And he's meeting Sergio with good sharp right hands. Jab there for Kongo. He's just got to be careful though. There's 2 minutes for him to just win this fight in unanimous point decision. And Bo is still trying to bull his way forward. And Bo is still coming forward. Good right hands there from Kongo. And Bo is still walking through it. Oh, good uppercut there from Kongo. Good shot there. Picked it nicely. Lovely shot there. Kongo looking good in this round. But Sergio's still trying to rough him up. Fair play to Kongo. He's got a minute and 15 seconds to get through this fight. And not make a mistake and get caught on the right hand there. Whoa. Again. Kongo hands down by the side. Got to be careful. Left hand over the top there from Sergio. Kongo's taking it. There he goes. The hands again and down by the side. He's got a minute now to survive, I say, Kongo. I say survive because when them right hands over the top, you can be timed. You see it again, the hands down by the side. So just positioning at a higher level, Kongo will be having problems tonight. But at this level, he's all right. Good 1, 2, 3 from Kongo there on Sergio's chin. He's won the round, no doubt. The whole thing about this fight is negotiating Sergio's right hand through 6 rounds. Nice boxing from Kongo here. Nice right hand over the top there. He's beaten Sergio to the punch as well now, which is good. Kongo wins the fight for me. Unanimous point decision, I think. Now, I heard a story. I don't know how true this story. I had 2 stories. The first story I heard was Chris Eubank Jr. is going to be fighting in a rematch for his IBO belt against Ronaldo Quinlan on Sky. That's the first thing I heard. It's not Sky, ITV, sorry. And the second rumor I heard was that Carl Froch has been asked is going to be coming back on a 3-fight deal with Eddie Hearn. I don't know how true that is either. As for the Dillian Whyte, Lucas Browne fight, I don't think it goes 12 rounds. There's Dillian Whyte warming himself up there, skipping. Yeah, Eubank and that bloody IBO belt, indeed. So tonight, Dillian Whyte has to show his world class for me. This tonight's the night where Dillian Whyte shows that he is a world class fighter. Box, 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 box. Don't allow Lucas Browne to get any sort of leverage in his shots. Of course, the only way you can knock a guy out really is to get leverage in his shots. So, congratulations to Chris Kongo. I guess he won that on unanimous point decision. Well done, Chris. Good fight. Good win. Very good win. Very good win for Chris Kongo. Congratulations for him. So his promoter will look at that and say, okay, you won that fight pretty comfortably in the end. So he gets a good look. That's why the promoter puts on certain fights like this. So for him to say, okay, let me see what I'm invested in here. Let me see what this guy's about. Let me see if this guy takes a good shot. Let me see if this guy can get down and dirty when it's, let me see what if this guy's a puncher or not. Let me see if this guy, can fight under pressure. Let me see if this guy is not just, could just box. Can he box under pressure? Has he got, what's he like? What does he look like under pressure? And Eddie Hearn got a good look at Kongo tonight against Sergio. So he kind of gets an idea where Chris is and where Chris needs to be and the future. So good win for Chris Kongo tonight. Very good win for him. Anybody, again, good evening to you all if you're listening to this tonight. Chris Kongo just won by unanimous point decision. Lewis Ritson has retained his belt, knocking out Scotty Cardell in the second round. Jamie Cox has just won by a second round knockout as well. There we go. There we go. They're just promoting Dillian Whyte versus Lucas Browne. The build-up is beginning now.
I'm not Lucas Browne. It's as simple as that.
So interesting. The question you all got to ask yourself, boxing fans, is if you're a Dillian Whyte fan and you're supporting Dillian Whyte in this fight tonight, do you believe that Dillian Whyte is going to be able to negotiate the right hand of Lucas Browne? That's the question you got to ask yourself tonight. That's the question. You see, one mistake from Dillian Whyte against Lucas Browne, and the fight is over. I'm telling you, one mistake. You just need to pull out incorrectly or engage when he should be engaging. I'm telling you now, if he fights Lucas Browne like he thought Chisori is getting knocked out, I'm telling you now. If he fights Lucas Browne the way he fought, Derek Chisori gets knocked out and knocked out early as well. Lucas Browne can knock you out in round 1 and he can knock you out in round 12. So, I don't know. So I've said it already. I'll say it again. If Browne is Browne, Browne's got to fight like he fought, kind of like how he fought Dave Allen. That's how he's got to fight. We're getting in for the fight now. Good evening for you that are tuning into the fight tonight. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Like it, share it. And obviously we're preparing for next week, the big one. Dillian Whyte. Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker. I think if you remember me talking about this Canelo and Golovkin thing, if you remember what I said that I felt they were gonna suspend Canelo, and then we'd get a fight between Golovkin and Saunders. That's why I think the Saunders fight got cancelled with Murray, because the tickets weren't selling. Browne's always going to go. Gonna go in the front room and watch this. Yeah, get in the front room, turn the volume down, because this is going to be explosive. I actually don't think this fight goes past 6 rounds. Honestly, I don't. Dillian Whyte was rocked in the first round against Joshua, who was rocked in the first round against Helenius. And I think Browne is a heavy-handed guy, more heavy-handed guy than Helenius. And I think, personal opinion, I think that Lucas Browne is a bigger puncher than Anthony Joshua. We're going to find that now. But I think Lucas Browne is a bigger puncher than Anthony Joshua. So I think Lucas Browne is just that one punch, knock you out type of guy. But, hey, we're going to find out. I like Joseph Parker. Got a lot of time with Joseph Parker. Really nice guy. Really, really, really nice guy. Some people you meet who just, he's a really, really top dude. The kind of guy you want to have as your mate. He's a really good guy, Joseph Parker. March 31st, Joshua Parker, or Parker Joshua. And we'll be here next week for it. Joshua Parker, next Saturday night. Some people think that Parker's cashed out to fight Joshua. There are others that think Parker stands a very good chance. We're going to find out next Saturday night. So, JoJo's beats both AJ Wilder. Maybe then again, maybe not. LOL. Think he boxes better than AJ. Parker? I don't know. I just know if Parker puts him on the back foot, and if he can jump on AJ early, it'll be something. So, we're just waiting for the build-up now for Whyte versus Browne. This is it. The main event of the evening. Hope you all can hear me clearly for the fight. Just let me know if you can hear me, and you can hear me well for this. I want everyone to be able to hear me clearly. The big dude, Lucas Browne. And I've said it 1,001 times about Lucas Browne. Before Lucas Browne fought Dillian Whyte, I remember sending Lucas Browne a video, and he was on the bicycle at the time. I said to Lucas, I said, look, mate, you might not be the best schooled fighter, but you got two things. No, three things. A big heart, a big punch, and a decent chin. Now, for me, you got a heavyweight that gets off the deck when he's been hurt and gets back up and knocks you out. Really? He's a dangerous heavyweight, man. I'm telling you. He might not be as skilled as a Lennox Lewis or put flashy combination together like a Evander Holyfield or an dynamic, explosive puncher like Mike Tyson. But Lucas Browne is dangerous. Just dangerous. He's no boxer, right? He's no boxer. He is a puncher. So, and if he's coming heavier, Dillian Whyte, I don't know if that's to soak up for the later rounds or he's pumping weight. I don't know. I don't know what the strategy is. But for me, I would like to come in lighter against Lucas Browne. Speed and mobility. But if you're looking to lean and have a brawl, then fine. It's going to be an interesting fight. Very, very interesting fight. Whyte's arms are bigger than his head now. Oh, great. We'll have to look and see how this trainer's been working with him. It'd just be one mistake Whyte has to make. One mistake. Lucas Browne's got him. I'm telling you. One mistake. Pull straight back from the wrong punch. Engage when he should just be using the jab. Listen, Browne's got one intention only. I'm coming to knock you out. That's it. I don't know what Dillian Whyte's going to do. If somebody can explain to me what Dillian Whyte is he a boxer? Is he a puncher? Is he a slugger? Is he a snug? What is Dillian Whyte's style? Because I remember when Dillian Whyte first started his career, he was a guy who took a good shot and could punch. That's how he started his career. Got injured. And another thing you got to look about his injuries. I see that on Dillian Whyte's shoulder or around his shoulder, he's been doing cupping. That's like a I know what that is because I've had it done to me. It's like a aromatherapy. Like aromatherapy, it's just cupping for it heals the shoulder. So if Dillian Whyte's got any shoulder injuries, there's a problem. So that's another thing. I didn't like to see that cupping around Dillian Whyte's shoulder area. Has he recovered from that shoulder injury? I don't think he ever has recovered from the shoulder injury. Because let's look. Since Dillian Whyte has fought, since the Joshua fight, how many guys has Dillian Whyte stopped? I don't think Dillian Whyte has improved since Joshua fight. So, you know, it's been just steady fights. Steady fights. Browne hasn't fought as he's not been active. But as we saw in the fight against Frank Buglioni, with Callum Johnson, you might be inactive, but if a guy decides to stand right in front of you and give you an opportunity, here comes Lucas Browne to the ring. Lucas Browne making his walk into the ring now. White t-shirt with his sponsors on the front. Here comes Big Daddy. He's in the ring. I said it before. I'll say it again. I'll keep on saying it. This is a dangerous fight for Dillian Whyte. I keep on saying it. Well, we'll see tonight whether what he's been doing in his career so far matches up to the end result, which is a win tonight. You know, he wins this fight tonight. He is the #1 contender for Deontay Wilder. Here comes Dillian Whyte, the lone wolf, Mansion bet. I see Richard Riakporhe back there. Dillian Whyte's brother is... Oh! The other thing is Dillian Whyte now. This is the big stage for him to perform. You know, that's another thing. People talking about Whyte boxing ability. You know, on the big stage, can Dillian Whyte perform? Can Dillian Whyte perform on the big stage? It's all right, well and good doing it when you expect it to perform. I remember watching Dillian Whyte fight a guy who was no bigger than a cruiserweight. I think it was on the comeback trail. And he couldn't knock the guy. He really couldn't land the left hook as early and as nicely as he'd like to. Frustrated the hell up. That night he was. And then all of Dillian Whyte's fights, to be fair, have been decent. They have not been spectacular. They've not been mind-blowing or, wow, that's a tremendous performance from Dillian Whyte. It's been business-like and workman-like. Is that enough tonight against a guy that'll put you out, put you to sleep with one right hand? And is he going to emotionally charge in this fight? I don't know. He's bouncing up and down. He's got the Greek belt on his chest there. I have this on 80% and live on 20% volume. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. This is live, exclusive O2 Arena. BWTM Sports giving you live audio commentary. Whyte versus Browne. This is it. For the #1 spot for the heavyweight championship of the world, the winner will face Deontay Wilder. Oh, so they should fight Deontay Wilder. With boxing, you never know. Dillian Whyte is in the ring. The WBC silver champion. Now, Whyte, the younger man, at 29. Lucas at 38. Lucas 6'5". Lucas, the heavier guy in this fight. And he's only an inch between himself and Whyte in terms of reach. Remember, Lucas Browne has been a world heavyweight champion, something that Dillian Whyte cannot claim. Browne's got the 88 knockout percentage. Whyte, 70%. Rounds, 117 to 104. So Lucas Browne has had more fights. He's had a bigger knockout ratio. You know, and he's actually been a world champion. He's been a legit world champion. You know, so a lot of people are forgetting that about Lucas Browne. He hasn't been as active as people would like him to be. But that can all be cancelled out by one right hand. Lucas Browne has been on the road. Remember when he went to fight Shagayev in his backyard? Wasn't expected to beat Shagayev. Went out there and knocked Shagayev out. I mean, you know, and that's something. And he went down in that fight as well. He's been in the ring with likes of James Toney. Been in with big punches. I mean, Towers is a big puncher as well. Walked straight through Towers. Remember that fight? Well. And there's the thing about heavyweights. They mature late on. You know, they blossom late. They supposedly don't like one another, but we'll see. I don't know if that's made to sell the fight or they've kind of gained respect for one another. Malcolm Bolner, John Keane, and John McHale. Not McCain. 3 judges ringside. I don't think we're going to need them tonight. Oh, and Ian, John Lewis. Yeah, he does get a lot of flack, Ian John Lewis, for stopping fights. You know, I always crack a joke about Ian John Lewis. He'd stop a Ryanair plane if he had the chance. It'd stop traffic if you wanted to. It'd stop you going to the toilet. That's Ian John Lewis. He stops fights real quickly. But tonight will be interesting. Or an Ackman pop. Yeah, maybe he could have done it. There we go. 38. He is 25 fights, 25 wins, 22 by knockout. Do you see that? 3 fights, he's not won by knockout. But let me tell you something. Lucas Browne is a legit puncher. Forget everything else about the boxing. But this guy punches. That's it. And in his division, you take a good shot and you can punch. Well, Lucas Browne looking very, very thoughtful. Very, very thoughtful. Mentally, who's the stronger guy? We'll see. This is the big fight for Dillian Whyte now. Brother talking to him. Lucas Browne. And the champion. 29. 23 fights. 22 wins. 16 by KO. That 1 defeat. He is the WBC Silver Heavyweight Champion, Dillian Whyte. So Whyte's ready. Browne's ready. It's on. This is it. So I'm going to go with my prediction. Lucas Browne, early by knockout. Dillian Whyte, points. Let's see how it goes. Is Dillian Whyte emotionally attached to the fight? Can he box the instructions? Like I said, Lucas Browne land 1 right hand, he can lay you out for the night. Is Dillian Whyte carrying an injury coming into the fight? I don't know. Has that shoulder recovered? This is it. I actually don't think this fight lasts very long. And those cupping marks that he's got there, Dillian Whyte, it's not a good sign for me. For the shoulder. And let's see how good that shoulder is. This is round 1. And Dillian Whyte takes center of the ring against Lucas Browne. Lucas Browne in his Aussie-coloured shorts. What happens the first time Browne is hits Whyte? Whyte is the better boxer, no doubt. For me, he's the better boxer. Lucas Browne is the better puncher. Now, Lucas Browne, Dillian Whyte has got an awkward style. I'll give you that. He's very awkward style. Very, very awkward style. A lot of people talk about Whyte being awkward. Both guys are looking at one another. Whyte uses a double jab on Browne. Browne just misses Whyte with a right hand. Nice jab there from Browne. Backs Whyte up. Browne's going to be looking for one opportunity to land that right hand. Slips there. Slipping the jab there, Browne, sorry. Walking forward. Tries a right hand over the top there. Again, Browne's not got the greatest boxing ability. But what he does have is a 1 right hand. And just look out for that right hand. That's all I'm saying. It could just be a split second a right hand lands. And it could be a real trouble. Dillian Whyte has got to keep Browne offset with a good jab there from Whyte. That's what he's got to do. Keep Browne offset with a left jab. And then punish him with right hands. That's what he's got to do. Nice stuff there from Whyte. Browne does look slow and ponderous. Whyte does look the lighter on his feet. Right hand there from Lucas Browne. Did he switch southpaw there, Lucas Browne? Look like he's gone southpaw for a second here. Right hand to the body there from Lucas Browne. Nice jab there from Browne as Whyte tried to get him come forward there. Nice jab from Whyte again. He's got to keep hitting Browne with the left jab. Dillian Whyte tried the left hook there. Missing. Right hand over the top there from Dillian Whyte. Good shot. So far, Whyte has landed a better right hand there. Lucas Browne tried to throw a right hand, pulled away from it. Didn't think much of it. Good right hand over the top there from. And the left hook. End of the round. First round. I'd give the first round to Lucas Browne. Dillian Whyte, sorry. You know, Lucas Browne has never been the fastest on his feet. Okay? He's never been the fastest on his feet. You've got to look at guys for what they are, not for what they're not. Lucas Browne has always been slow on his feet, ponderous, but carries that big right hand. That's it. And that's what this fight is down to. When the right hand lands on Dillian Whyte's chin, can he negotiate? That's it. Because Dillian Whyte is by far the better boxer. There's a nice right hand over the top there from Dillian Whyte. Browne took it. This is round 2. Whyte's just going to have to keep the jab in Browne's face. And as for Browne, he's going to have to put a bit more energy in his work. I mean, it might have just been a scouting mission round 1. Nice hard jab there from Dillian Whyte. Another hard jab in the face of Lucas Browne. That's what he's got to do. Keep banging the left jab in Browne's face. Don't allow him time to set to put the right hand in. Right hand over the top there. Whyte's doing well at the moment. He's doing well. He's just got to be careful not to engage Browne. Right hand over top. That's the key at the moment for every time Lucas Browne throws the jab. Whyte's coming to right hand over top. Bust up Lucas Browne with right hands over the top. Good stuff because Lucas Browne's now cut over the right eye. That's good stuff from Whyte at the moment. That's what his plan's got to be. Bust up Browne. On the computer game that I have, this guy had, he said Browne wins this fight by knockout in the 4th round. Dicky, nice body shots in there. This is a good round for Dillian Whyte. Browne cut over the right eye. And it's just the same move all the time. Browne looks at the jab. Right hand comes over the top from Dillian Whyte. Basic boxing skills at the moment. Right, he's getting peppered with the jab and the right hand, Lucas Browne. But Dillian Whyte still has to be careful. Because like I said, one opportunity gives Lucas Browne. Right hand over the top. Lucas Browne's got to fight. He's got to start fighting the right hand of his own. You know, Dillian Whyte is engaging with Lucas Browne. He wants to throw his right hand and get out of there. Do not allow Lucas Browne to throw the right hand. But at the moment, he's keeping Lucas Browne offset with the left jab, which is good. And the right hand as well. This is good stuff from Dillian Whyte. But this is what's expected of him. Do not engage, though. Do not try and knock Lucas Browne out. Just start stinging him with jabs and right hands. Whyte is boxing brilliantly at the moment. And that's how you got to fight Lucas Browne. Bust him up. Hit him with jabs. Hit him with right hands. That's another good right hand there. And Browne's smiling as he gets hit with a right hand. Dillian Whyte still got to be careful, though. He's boxing. He's basically boxing. Left jab, right hand. He's got hit with clean right hands over and over again, Lucas Browne. He's just there to be hit over and over again. Browne looking for he just needs one space for a right hand. Dillian Whyte's boxing beautiful at the moment. Couldn't ask any better of him at the moment. Really doing well. He just needs to be careful of the right hand, though, of Lucas Browne. I keep saying it. Landing good shots there. Browne still there. Blood coming out off the right eye there. Good stuff there from Dillian Whyte. Like I said, he needs to bust up Lucas Browne. And he's done just that at the moment. Bust him up with the jab and the right hand. For those of you who are unsure of what the title reads on this YouTube chat, says Dillian Whyte versus Lucas Browne, live audio commentary. That basically means there's no video. Go on by Sky if you want live video, or go on see if you can get a stream on Facebook. But this is live audio commentary tonight. You wouldn't want to watch a video on a radio commentary, would you? Or just pretend you listen to the radio. This is round 3 here, live at the O2 Arena. Dillian Whyte has boxed exactly as expected for the first 2 rounds. Browne is yet to land the right hand. I'm telling you, in this computer game, it said that Dillian Whyte was winning the fight up to the 4th round, and then Browne landed a big right hand and knocked Dillian Whyte out. It's going according to plan so far. Dillian Whyte is winning this fight. But he just caught with Dillian Whyte with 1 shot in this computer game. And that's where the trouble started for Dillian Whyte. So Whyte's doing exactly as expected in the computer game. He's busting Browne up. If Browne gets smart, right hand, big right hand over the top there. But Lucas Browne sucks it up. Is Dillian Whyte a big puncher at heavyweight? That's the question. Good jab again. Rocks Lucas Browne's head back. And again. Right hand over the top. Dillian Whyte has to be careful, though, not to give Lucas Browne the opportunity for a right hand there from Lucas Browne. Big right hand. We told you about the right hand there. He lands it there. Now the left hook to the body. Dillian Whyte lands to the body, the right hand over the top. He's going to get emotionally charged now. He's got to be very careful here. Dillian Whyte, left hook from Dillian Whyte. And here comes Lucas Browne coming forward now. Right hand from Lucas Browne takes a right hand again. Face is bust up here. Being bust up with right hands and left hands. Lucas Browne not protecting anything here. Complains about getting hit by the back of the head. Big right hand from Browne there. Dillian Whyte is getting hit with the right hand. And again, he's hit with the right hand. Dillian Whyte, he's got to be careful there. Got to be careful because he's allowed Lucas Browne into this fight. But he's getting caught himself, Lucas Browne. This is going to be a war now. Browne's face is busting up. But he just needs one opportunity, Lucas Browne. Dillian Whyte did put some work in that round there. Is he gasping for breath there, Dillian Whyte? Oh, right hand there, but Dillian Whyte misses a big right hand there from Whyte. From Browne, another one, and a right hand. Another right hand from Browne. Oh. But Whyte took that right hand and left hook back from Whyte there. This is what you call bad blood. A right hand there again from Lucas Browne there. His face is a mess. But Lucas Browne is dangerous. And if you actually knock Lucas Browne out, he is dangerous with that right hand. Lucas Browne is as tough as they come. This is round 3. Dangerous fight here. End of the round. Lucas Browne took his lumps and his bumps in that round, but he started connecting with that right hand. He's getting closer though. Let's see here. Browne is getting closer to the right hand. He hasn't really landed as cleanly yet. This is round 4. Round 4 was a round that was predicted that Browne would get the knockout over Dillian Whyte in this computer game. How accurate that computer game is, I don't know. But he actually said in the round before is exactly how it was in this game. That it will start to heat up. But round 4 is where Browne actually catches Dillian Whyte in exchange and knocks Dillian Whyte out. That's what the computer game says. It's an American old text sort of game. So it'll be very interesting to see how it works. But so far, the game has been spot on. This is round 4. Let's just hope that spooky computer game doesn't ring true. This is round 4. Lucas Browne in this computer game predicts that Lucas Browne wins by knockout in round 4. Let's see how true that computer game is. And if it is, I'll be going down and using that computer game in the future. Let's hope that creepy computer game doesn't come bold true. It was on one right hand he landed and knocked Dillian Whyte out. This is round 4. Good left hook there from Whyte. Question is Whyte a world-class heavyweight puncher? That's the question. Good body shots there from Dillian Whyte. Left hook inside there. I mean, Whyte is Browne's taking his shots clean on his chin. Here comes Browne, looking to land the right hand. Ian Julius tells him to stop holding around the back of the head, Dillian Whyte. Lucas Browne has taken his lumps and his bumps so far. And he's still dangerous. Good right hand, left hook there from Dillian Whyte. He's looking to break Lucas Browne up. Good right hand there. Nice body shot there. Right hand over the top from Lucas Browne. Double jab there from Dillian Whyte. And another jab. The cut's not that bad on Browne's face, to be honest. Browne switching from orthodox to southpaw. I'm not quite sure what the point of that is. Maybe it's to confuse. Or a little kind of left hand over the top there. Just grazing the temple of Dillian Whyte there. Why Lucas Browne's going southpaw, I'm not sure yet. Maybe he's trying to confuse Dillian Whyte. Minutes to go in round 4. Again, Dillian Whyte is winning this round. And winning it well. He's got the better boxing ability. He's putting the better combinations together. Right hand again from Dillian Whyte. Left hook to the body from Dillian Whyte. Another body shot there. Lucas Browne's walking forward. Walking forward. He hasn't landed that right hand yet in this round. It's all been Dillian Whyte in this round. 20 seconds to go. It's all been Dillian Whyte really in this round. But in all the punches Dillian Whyte has landed so far, good round. Well, at least the creepy computer game, which was had Commodore 64 graphics to it. At least that prediction wasn't correct. Cuts, the cut doesn't seem to be that big a problem. I'd be surprised if the fight is actually stopped with cuts, to be honest with you. It'll have to be a really, really, really bad cut. It just depends, you know. This fight's a political fight. I mean, it depends. I think, because obviously, if they've got high hopes for Dillian Whyte, then as soon as it gets too messy, they'll get the referee to stop the fight. It just depends. A lot of politics in boxing. Eighth round. He says that Dillian Whyte win the fight. People say round 7, round 8. The ref is on Eddie's payroll. Okay. Nice jabs for round 5. What's concerning for me is that Whyte is not hurting Lucas Browne. But Lucas Browne hasn't really measured Whyte with a real good right hand yet. But Browne's face is a mess now. Just by getting hit with a left jab. Well, if you don't block the left jab, he's not making no effort to block the jab at all. Right hand there from Browne. Dillian Whyte putting some nice sharp combination together there. Putting the work in now. Right hand, another right hand there from Dillian Whyte. Just putting the work together. Body shot there from Whyte. Spiteful shots there. Bust up Lucas Browne's face. Nice little right uppercut on the inside. Lucas Browne's face is a mess. Probably can't see much now. That cut is now getting worse now. Good right hand there from Dillian Whyte. Bust up Lucas Browne on the inside. Trying to right uppercut there. Dillian Whyte really trying to put everything in the shot there. He's really looking to stop Lucas Browne here. Lucas Browne's still there. He's taking everything that Dillian Whyte has got to offer. And he's still there, Lucas Browne, which makes him still very dangerous. Takes a deep gulp of breath there, Lucas Browne. He's paying the thing is, Lucas Browne, he's paying no attention to actually blocking a jab or blocking a right hand. I don't get it. Dillian Whyte hitting with a double jab again. Just got to be careful though, Whyte. But he's boxing superbly at the moment. Left hook there, right hand there. Here comes Browne. Left-right combination. Nice body shot, weak in there from Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte is working over Lucas Browne in this round, round 5. But he has missed with the old big shot there. Nice body work there from Dillian Whyte. It's another workmanlike performance from Dillian Whyte. Just throwing a jab and busting Lucas Browne's face up with a jab. Right hand there from Lucas Browne. That was a good right hand there. I don't even know how hurt Browne was from it. Comes firing back there, combination, and backs Lucas Browne up. And then comes back off the ropes. Dillian Whyte answered Lucas Browne there. Right hand again, end of the round. I don't understand Lucas Browne's mentality. He's just getting hit with a right hand. He's walking forward. Hit with a right hand, walking forward. Hit with a right hand, walking forward. It's like, you know what? I mean, there's no blocking. I mean, you know, when you go to a boxing gym, an amateur boxing gym, one of the first things they teach you to do is how to parry a shot. How to block a shot. A basic right hand. Block. Parry, counter. You know, basic thing. Guy throws a right hand, you block it. Stop it. Stop it. You stop the jab and parry with the right hand. Block the right hand, come back with a left hook. I ain't seen none of that from Lucas Browne. I'm just seeing his big head take everything. There's no blocking. You count the amount of times Lucas Browne has blocked the left jab. I've got no idea what the hell Lucas Browne is doing in terms of defensive responsibilities. I've said it all along about defensive responsibilities. Now he's decided to move his head a little bit now, Lucas Browne, and put his hands up. Why didn't he do that from round 1? All right, here comes Dillian Whyte now. Land a combination. Browne against the ropes. Oh, down goes Lucas Browne. Oh, wow. Dillian Whyte has knocked out Lucas Browne sensationally. Wow. Great win for Dillian Whyte there. But Lucas Browne went down really badly. Really badly. So my concerns are now with Lucas Browne. But he's breathing. It's all right. You can see he's breathing okay there. But that was a bad knockout. Maybe he was exhausted, Lucas Browne. It was a bad knockout there. Wow. I think they're getting the stretcher ready for Lucas Browne. That was a good performance from Dillian Whyte in the end there. Vicious. He's up, thank goodness. I don't see him getting up. Is he getting up? Never doubted Dillian. I mean, the basic thing of blocking the left jab and blocking the right hand, Lucas Browne was just interested to use his face all night long. Still laying on his side, he is. That was a bad knockout. The way he got knocked out, Lucas Browne, was the way. That's good to see him up there, to clear up his face there. But the way he got knocked out was like how Pacquiao got knocked out. That was a bad knockout there, real bad knockout. You could see the concerns even on Carl Froch's face. That was a bad knockout, really bad knockout. Did really well. You know, I in terms of Lucas Browne, I expect him to be a little bit less prehistoric. I mean, he didn't block any punches whatsoever. He walked straight forward all the time. I mean, what was his trainer teaching him? Not to parry a jab or to block a right hand. Just had his all night long, just had his head out there, which caused the cut first and foremost. Congratulations, Dillian Whyte. It's a good performance from Dillian Whyte. Wow, good performance. Well done, Dillian Whyte. But he diffused for the whole fight, Lucas Browne. Again, we speak about it, and I'll keep on speaking about this channel. Defensive responsibility, defensive responsibility. Everybody that's fought tonight has lacked defensive responsibility. Scotty Cardell, defensive responsibility, got stopped. The guy that Cox fought, defensive responsibility. And Lucas Browne lacked. Frank Buglioni, the way he got knocked out, defensive responsibility. And now Lucas Browne, well, he just fought with his face. He didn't parry, he didn't block. He's trying to move his head. You trying to move your big head, and you ain't got no reflexes. Yeah, his eye may have been shut, but why was eye shut? Lucas Browne just put his hand to the air to say he's all right. But there were question marks about Lucas Browne's fitness coming into the fight. But that's no excuses. Don't care how fit Lucas Browne would have been for this fight. You're fighting, you're not blocking shots. I mean, what was his trainer teaching him? Oh, he's taking a seat now. I think he's going to go take him to the ambulance now. I think he's on a stretcher. He's been stretched out. Well, he walked on and put himself on the stretcher now. So, of course, they're going to check Lucas Browne out. That was a bad knockout. So he's being stretchered off now, Mr. Lucas Browne. Of course, he walked to the stretcher, but I think it's more precautionary with Lucas Browne to make sure that was a bad knockout. I'm not sure where he comes back or how he comes back, Lucas Browne, after that. It's a bad knockout defeat. Congratulations to Dillian Whyte now. Still the WBC silver champion. Rubbing his head there, his bald head there, Dillian Whyte. Congratulations to Dillian Whyte. Good win. Well done, Dillian Whyte. Very good. It was nice. You know, he did what he had to do, Dillian Whyte. Used the jab, boxed. He's taken an unbeaten record of Lucas Browne, who was a noted puncher that came into the fight. Did well. Did very well. Did very, very, very well. Browne didn't get close enough to land the right hand as often as he would have liked to set up them big shots. Why? Because Dillian Whyte was stinging him with left jabs and right hands, busting him up. Well done, Dillian Whyte. A career best win there for Dillian Whyte. There's Katie Price there. Why are they showing Katie Price? I didn't know she was into boxing. But congratulations, Dillian Whyte there. Nice to see him get the win there. I'd like to know what he's going to do next with his career, Dillian Whyte. Let's see what he's going to do. The Deontay Wilder fight will be what should be next for him.
Dillian, congratulations. First thoughts though go to Lucas Browne. I'm sure you want to wish him your best. You left on a stretch there, albeit conscious.
Yeah, you know, good. Hopefully Lucas Browne's okay. You know, he showed up, he fought, he tried, but I knew this was going to happen. But listen, hopefully he's well. But listen, Deontay Wilder, where you at? June, where you at, Wilder? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I'm ready. Let's get it, Deontay. Let's go. No more excuse to get Joshua just a little bit ready in time. Let's do this. June, live at O2. Let's get it. I'm #1, baby. Let's go. Let's go. That's it.
Okay, I think we can probably have a little bit of fun with this. What sort of statement do you think you sent out tonight on Sky Sports and with our colleagues in the States on HBO?
I proved to everyone I'm world class. You know, a lot of people writing me up, a lot of people giving Lucas Browne the edge. We kept quiet, we worked hard. Me and my coaches, my brother, my family, you know, I've been up in Loughborough working hard, solitude, staying with my family up there at the Falcon Inn, you know, training in some crap garage, you know, cold as hell, no heating, training my nuts off, man, and it paid off, you know. But like we've said, I've said it, Mark said it, Eddie said it, my brother said it, everyone said it. I'm a good fight, but no one has seen it yet. I need the challenge. When the challenge is there, that's when the rise. You know, you guys see, every time I've got a hard fight, I rose to the challenge. You know, Lucas Browne fought, his power was incredible. I show him, listen, I might have 22 knockout, but I can crack.
Were you expecting more from him tonight because of what was said in the build-up and his knockout ratio?
Like I said, a lot of people say this and say that, and when they come here and stand up in front of me, different story. Listen, O2 is my home. We're going to bring some more fights here. Let's get it. I'm going to lay all of these guys out one by one.
Do you believe that you're a good enough fighter to win a world heavyweight title?
I wouldn't be here tonight if I didn't believe that. You know, and I proved it. This is I beat a former world champion. I just knocked that world champion in 5-6 rounds tonight. So that should tell you where I'm at. You know?
What's your understanding of the situation? Obviously, Deontay Wilder, the WBC king, he'll have one eye, no doubt, on the winner of Anthony Joshua against Joseph Parker next weekend, and they'll want to do it for all the belts. The WBC could call you as mandatory. What do you expect will happen?
If the WBC, listen, the WBC are good people, they're loyal people, and they seem to stick to their word, and they want their fighters to be active. And I think people sad of Deontay Wilder fighting these halfway guys. You know, Joshua doesn't fight next, so his next fight is me. You know, if he fights anyone else, I'm going to go to America and kick off.
If they do say they get to do a final eliminator against Dominic Brazil, Eddie Hearn can shed some light on this. Would you do that?
Listen, Eddie is a man. We've got a great relationship. We've been working for a while now, and my team is good. We have made the right decision. So whatever these guys say, I just want to fight. I love fighting. I want to bring pain. My left hook is back. You know, it's been a long 2 years work because I've had the shoulder surgery. You know, my physios, you know, they've been working, and now I have confidence in that left hook again. When I landed, I walked away straight away because I knew that was that. You know, I've always had a good left hook, but I've had issues with it. I know it's back. You know, I know it's back. You know, Lucas Browne, big, strong guy. He was heavy-handed, but I'm not scared of power. Power don't faze me.
Another avenue that could open up is, like you said, if Deontay Wilder takes another route and takes another fight, do you want to avenge that defeat against Anthony Joshua?
I'd like to fight Anthony Joshua another 3, 4, 5 times in my career. You know, me and him got chemistry. We bring a lot of each other.
And, you know, listen, all these fights are they're big fights, but if me and him step in the ring, if there's something that just sparks between me and him, it's like we're two lifetime lovers.
How much do you think you've improved since that first fight in December 2015 with Anthony Joshua?
A few people, you know, people behind the scene knows, you know, like people start with like someone over there is looking at me and say, listen, you've got all the ingredients, you just need to bake it to a cake, I'll make it, and you're the perfect fighter. You know, if I don't believe in myself, keep working, keep training. My coaches, everyone believes in me around me. You know, a lot of people underestimate me, a lot of people write me off, but it's good. You know, like, I keep training like the underdog, and I believe I'm the underdog, you know. I like that mindset. I like when people write me off, but I like proving people wrong. I like proving people wrong. You know, when people write me off, it's something inside of me just ignite. I'm a stubborn person. You know, stubbornness is good and it's also bad, but for me, it's good to be stubborn, you know.
That's where lone wolf comes from. Last one, this Eddie.
But by the way, can I give something? I'm not the lone wolf, I'm the body snatcher. It's just a theme that I'm working with because I like it. Okay?
We like it. The body snatcher. Yeah, sorry. Eddie, just shed some light on what might happen next with the WBC. You know more than anyone.
Well, I hope Mauricio Sullivan makes it mandatory now for Deontay Wilder. But like we said, there's a great mix at the moment. Anthony Joshua would love to fight Dillian Whyte again. The fight's there for Wilder in June if he wants to go again. But he may have no choice. He may have no choice because we can't worry about necessarily waiting for a shot. We've got to force the shot. And tonight on that performance, I believe that Dillian Whyte deserves a shot at the world title. And if he can be made mandatory by the WBC, they've got nowhere to go.
Well done, Dillian Whyte.
Absolutely, and we've got it, Dillian. Don't worry, you are the body snatcher. We know that now. We have to, of course, say our thoughts are with Lucas Browne. But we hope you will.
So, there you have it. Lucas Browne knocked out by Dillian Whyte. Good performance from Dillian Whyte. Did exactly. He boxed to the game plan. Use the jab, use the right hand, bust up Lucas Browne. He did, and I'd said it over and over again about the left hook of Dillian Whyte, and he answered exactly what I've been saying for the last 3 to 4 fights since the Joshua fight. That left hook wasn't there. Tonight he showed us the left hook. I want to go back and watch the replay because I didn't actually see the left hook. I just saw him, Lucas Browne, fall over. But yeah, so I was right about the Lucas Browne or the Dillian Whyte right hand. Talked about it, and the left hook was a problem for Dillian Whyte. I kept saying it, and I was concerned about the cupping he had around the shoulder. I thought, well, maybe the shoulder hasn't healed. He's confirmed tonight that the shoulder has healed. I was concerned because I didn't think Dillian Whyte was as effective because he wasn't throwing the left hook as much as I'd like to see him throw it. But tonight he threw it effectively. So he's a two-handed fighter once again, Dillian Whyte. If you look at Dillian Whyte when he started his career, he was throwing a left hook and a right hand, knocked a lot of guys out with that left hook. So it's good to see him back. And it's a good fight. It's a good fight. But, you know, it's a different situation altogether with Deontay Wilder, who is the biggest puncher in the heavyweight division. He's got a tremendous jab and a tremendous right hand. It's a different step up altogether from Lucas Browne. But, yeah, well, Dillian Whyte says he's not scared of the power. And he boxed well tonight. Did very well tonight. So well done, Dillian Whyte. What more can you say? What more can you really say about this? You know what I mean? Yes, he'll have his left hook. Yes, he'll have his right hand. Yes, he's got good chin, good stamina. But, you know, that right hand that Wilder's got is it's a different animal. And he's very fast with it as well. So, you know, it'd be a good fight. But I don't know. If Whyte were to beat Deontay Wilder, wow. That turns the heavyweight division up on his head. You know? 2 average fighters. Yeah, well done. But you know what? He did what he had to do. He dispatched of Lucas Browne. So congratulations to Lucas Browne. To Dillian Whyte. Congratulations to Dillian Whyte. A great performance. And well done. Is it worth a post-fight to talk about? Not really. I think that's all that can be said. I guess we'll be back next week for the big one. Parker versus Joshua for the heavyweight championship of the world. Well done, Dillian Whyte, once again. No longer one-handed fighter, two-handed fighter. And you can punch. You stand a chance in the heavyweight division. So well done. Well, it probably is all wrong for Dillian Whyte. But hey, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. But tonight, the jab looked good, the right hand looked good, the left. And you know the other thing about Dillian Whyte tonight, which was interesting for the most part, he wasn't missing with shots. He couldn't miss Lucas Browne with shots. You look at Dillian Whyte fights previously, missed with lots of shots, missed with the left hook, missed with the right hand. But tonight, a lot of his shots were very accurate. Didn't help that Lucas Browne literally was fighting with his face. You know, so if you want a video on how not to box, look at Lucas Browne. You know, there's a reason why we parry and block, for a reason, to prevent cuts. You can't stop cuts. Some people cut all the time, but you would think you block the left jab or block the right hand. No, Lucas Browne thinks you just fight with your face. So that's what happens. Cheers for the commentary. Browne looked as if he was inactive for 3 or 4 years. Never mind, 18 months, 2 years. Yeah, he was inactive. And that may have played a big part. I'd like to see Lucas Browne, Dillian Whyte, after Lucas Browne had won the title. That would have been a good fight. We'd like to see how that fight would have gone on. But inactivity hurts. I'm telling you, it hurts you. You know, so well done. You can't give him much credit for beating a stationary target. This proves nothing. No, I will give him credit. I will give him credit because he got in the ring. He fought a guy that was a former world champion who was unbeaten. The Shagayev didn't knock out. Shagayev couldn't knock him out. Dillian Whyte knocked him out. All right. So say what you want. You can't just discredit a man like that. Man's been in camp. He's been training. He's been working hard. He's behind the scenes. He's got himself in shape. He's got himself ready. He's gone out there and he's knocked out Lucas Browne. So for me, if Lucas Browne had turned around and knocked out Dillian Whyte tonight, it would have been a different story. All right. So for me, congratulations to Dillian Whyte. I'm not taking nothing away from him. We knew what Lucas Browne was about. We knew he was a puncher. And Dillian Whyte took his best, regardless if he was inactive or active. I don't want to hear any of those. I don't want to hear no excuses. You give a man his credit. You might want to give a man credit, but I'll give a man credit. It's taken 8-10 weeks in camp to get himself in shape for us to get the fight. We can't, on one hand, say, oh, you know what? Lucas Browne, Dillian Whyte, yeah, I'll watch that fight. And then when the fight's over, you say, oh, well, he wasn't a very good fighter. Well, you know what? Just say it wasn't a good fight from the start. Should have come in the room and said, you know what? Wasn't a good fight from the start. Shit fight. Said that. Say that. Say it's a shit fight, and then fair enough. And stick by it. But this business of after seeing a fight, then say it's a shit fight or shit fighter, there's no point. I can't really respect those views because I can respect them, but you know what I mean? I think it's after you've seen the fight, and that's really, do you know what I mean? Give a man a credit for getting himself in shape, getting in there and making the fight happen. You know what I mean? Getting in there and making the fight happen. And that is what it's about. I'm so glad for Dillian Whyte. I'm glad for him too as well. I'm very glad for Dillian Whyte. You know? I'm glad for him. It's good he's got the win. Browne was appalling. He looked like a bum who hadn't trained. Well, no, Browne was never an athlete. You know what I mean? He was just a big puncher. So let's not get into it like that, you know? Oh, boxing. I wonder what they're showing on Boxing Gold tonight. Oh, Cal Frampton versus Steve Malta. Okay, I'm not watching that. Right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I think that's it for us tonight. For those of you who don't know about it, check us out, BWTM Gaming. We're going to be continuing with Football Manager. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, leave your comments. We appreciate you. Have a great night. And we'll see you back here next week for the big one. Parker versus Joshua. Joshua versus Parker.